Hello everyone. Today we shall look into a new slicer visual where we could understand the update. Here, in order to enable it, click on File, go to Options and Settings, click on Options. You will be able to see a prompt window like this. Click on Preview Features on the left. Here you could see multiple preview features. Here you could enable this button slicer visual which appears over in the bottom. And in order to explore the on object interaction, you could enable this on object interaction over here. I have enabled all the features in order to explore. You can click OK after that, and your button slicer will be available in the visualizations section. Okay, here we have this new slicer which is available, and this is our old slicer. Let us understand how to use the new slicer. I'll select this new slicer. Okay, and in this new slicer we have only one field which is required, where we need to represent the data, categorical data, or the slicer information where it is required. Here you could see that it is only one field which we require. I would like to show you the data in the data view. Let us go to the table view and see the data. Here I have a table called sales agent, where I have the names of the sales agent, the respective sales agent key, and the sales agent picture. Here the sales agent picture, they belong to the links of images. So I'll select this column and make sure that the data category is image URL. Once this is selected in the data category, go to the report view and select the new slicer which you have brought. Select the field, go to sales agent, and let us bring the sales agent name. Okay, once we bring the sales agent name, you'll be able to see few sales agents names which are present like this. Okay, now let us format it a little. Here you could see the format pane. Size and style, we have the by default settings. Okay, if you like to change any size or background or anything, you could definitely try it. I'll keep it very simplistic. Here I'll turn off the title where I don't want this sales agent to be mentioned. I'll turn off the title. Here in the slicer settings, either I could make it single select or force selection. I want select all option, so I can turn it on where I get this select all option. You could see as I hover on, the saturation is applicable. Okay, I'll show you how and why the saturation is applicable. And here we have something called the shape, where it is a rectangular shape, and here we have rounded rectangle, where it rounds the corners like this. And once it is a rounded rectangle, you could even specify the size of like round. Okay, whether it is 15 or 25 or whatever the feasibility is. I'll keep it as 12 so that it appears better. You could even customize style by turning it on. Here we have right top corner, bottom left corner, bottom right corner. We could increase and decrease, and we could change the shape. For example, if at all we want to only make the right top corner, you could see this, this is top left corner, where top left corner has been rounded. So similarly you could customize the shape of it accordingly in the four corners. I'll turn it off. I'll keep this rounded rectangle. Here in the layout, here you could set the layout, whether it is center aligned or left aligned or right aligned. Here in the rows, I could keep multiple rows. Here I have 9 sales agents, so I would like to view the 9 sales agents in the rows. I want only one column, so that you could see all the sales agents over here. I could little drag the slicer so that all the sales agents appear. Okay, and it is well depicted. Here we have this space between cards. I can either reduce the space between cards or increase it. Here select the slicer. You could either reduce the space between cards or increase it. In the overflow, you have whether it is a continuous scroll that you want, or you could keep it as paginated. if you keep it paginated, for example, you'll see this bottom icon in order to go to the next page, and you could consider the first one as the first page and the second one as the second page. I made it to continuous scroll so that it appears better. And here we have overflow direction, whether we want to scroll vertical or horizontal. If we select horizontal, even we could select the horizontal scrolling, and we could see the other details, right? So I'll keep it as vertical for now in the formatting. Okay, here in the layout I'll keep it as vertical in the overflow direction. Okay, let us minimize this, and here we have something called callout values. These values which are appearing, the sales agents names, they are the callout values. We could even center align it, right? And we could increase or decrease the size of it. Okay, we could bold the names, we could change the color if we want, and we could change the respective formatting accordingly. Here we have seen how we could format when it is default. Let us move on to the other section, which is label. I'll turn it on, and here the label represents the other field which you want to bring along with the sales agent names. I'll select the add data. Here from the sales agent name you could see something called as sales agent key. I'll bring it. Here you could see that as soon as I bring the key, below the sales agent name we have the sales agent key, which is represented appropriately. Here we could increase the size of it to show it better, and we could increase or decrease the transparency. We can reposition it whether it is below or above value. We can text wrap if it is not fitting into the right slicer space, and you can even just set up the vertical spacing over here in the label. All these basic settings you could try it out. Here in the images, here if you could see this, by default you need to insert an image for the respective sales agents. You could select this field, go to sales agent, click on the sales agent picture which we have brought, and once we bring it, by default it will fill the details, but what we want is something called normal. Okay, if you even fit, it will fit into the icons which are present, but we want normal so that it appears in the normal way. Here there is something called saturation, which is 100%. I'll explain the saturation in a meanwhile. Here we have the position as top. Let us keep it to the right of the slicer so that all the sales agents pictures appear appropriately. As you could see, now we are able to format our slicer better, right, with the names, sales agents keys and their pictures. And I would like to show you this change of selection while hovering. Here we have images accordingly, right? What we could do is, if we hover, what I want is the saturation to be reduced. Okay, maybe to 45 or 55, and when I select, okay, the saturation must be 100%. And if we scroll down, here in the button section we have something called as a state. For the selected state, I want to fill the buttons with the color which is, maybe let us take this red color. And similarly I would like to bring an accent bar. Okay, I'll turn on the accent bar, open the accent bar. In the left I want the color, I'll keep it black, and width maybe I'll keep it to 20. So here you could see that as soon as I hover on it, the saturation would change, right? Saturation would change. And if I select that icon, or you could say select the button, you could see that the color which I have mentioned for the selection, it is appearing. So in this way we could format it, and you could even select all or even deselect all accordingly. If we select all, you could see that all the selection is turned to red and with accent bar as black. And if I select If I unselect, it will appear in the normal way, and you could deselect all by selecting the deselect all option. So this is how our new slicer works, and I hope the formatting is as simple as to understand. Please explore. This is all for now. Thank you for watching, and we shall meet in the next video.